Okay, so let's see. Do we have Mr. Festus Okoye in Abuja? He's the INEC's National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee of INEC. So a lot of focus will be on INEC this morning. So,
yeah, we also have Mr. Hussaini, Dr. Hussaini Abdul, who is a political scientist, with him right there in Abuja right now. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Okay, so Mr. Okoye, let's start with you. There'll be a lot of focus on INEC today. So yes, your situation room, we imagine, is open about now, so that streams of information will be streaming to you. But INEC, you've done a lot. So can you then tell us, in terms of any last bit information that voters need to know before they step out today?
Well, I think that the Nigerian people have mobilized themselves. They are very, very upbeat in relation to this particular election. And we are very happy with the way the Nigerian people have responded to the call by the Independent National Electoral Commission that this is their country, this is their election, this is their democracy, this is their electoral process, and they must make it work. All the ad hoc staff that were mobilized for this particular election heeded our call and arrived at all the registration area centers on time. And you can see that as early as 5 a.m. in the morning, some of them had already left for their polling units. Those who have not left for their polling units at 5 left around 6, and by 6:30, most of them are already setting up in the various centers. So we are slightly upbeat. We are monitoring the situation. Our situation room is up and running. So we are going to keep tab with how things go. We want to know the number of polling units that opened at 8, and we are hopeful that most polling units throughout the Federation will open at 8 o'clock. So we are going to be following the processes closely. But we are happy. Our appeal is that only persons who registered and who have their permanent voters cards should go to the polling units to go and cast their vote. If you know that you did not register, if you know that you don't have a genuine and valid permanent voters card issued by the Independent National Electoral Commission, it will be much, much better for you to stay at home and watch proceedings on television, so that those who registered, we have the opportunity to go and exercise their democratic mandate. So we are slightly upbeat, and we are watching the situation, and we'll be giving regular updates on how things develop from this period on going forward.
Well, yes, because I mean, at the moment, we've all forgotten about last weekend. So today is the day, and lots of people are really out there to ensure that they cast their ballot. But how is the communication? What do we expect concerning relationship between the army and the police and the commission? Because there are people who may want to get to places, and then you have the military who are on the road. So how is that communication supposed to function?
You know, we have what we call the interagency consultative committee on election security, both at the national level, at the state level, and at the local government level. And for this particular election, the police is the lead agency. What we have done is, one, at the level of the polling unit, there will be an inner cordon, and there will be police officers there. There will be customs, immigration, civil defense, and the rest of them. The people at the inner cordon are not going to bear arms. Then there will be an outer cordon where mobile police officers are going to be, and then there will also be some level of security at the perimeters of the polling units, where you are going to have a combination of the security forces. All of them, we have had a meeting, and we've made it very clear that anybody who has a genuine permanent voter's card and is ready to go and vote should be given the opportunity to go and vote without any form of harassment, without any form of molestation. Our expectation is that all the security agencies are going to be very, very professional today, and the Inspector General of Police has assured that they are going to be very, very professional, that they are also going to be very, very polite and civil to the civil populace who have come out to go and exercise their democratic franchise.
Yeah.
But we have also given them very, very strict instruction that the only people who are allowed to move around to long distances are people on essential duty, domestic and international election observers, INEC staff and INEC ad hoc staff, and every other person on essential service, including the media. But every other person people are not allowed to just be roaming up and down on grounds that they want to go and vote. If you want to go and vote, be armed with your permanent voter's card, head straight to your polling unit, and all the police officers and all the security agencies on election duty have been trained on their responsibilities as election duty workers. So they're not going to molest any Nigerian citizen so long as the person has a genuine reason to be out on the road.
Well, the thing is, Mr. Okoye, as much as that may be the case, but I said this morning we've got calls from some persons in Abuja. They say that they were driving to their polling units. They've shown their permanent voter cards to security agencies, but they're not being, the military are still holding them down. But this morning as well, we had a situation wherein our vehicles, which was clearly marked on election duty, the sticker that the commission gives to media, and the military is still holding them down, preventing them to move forward. So I think that bit, maybe they need to at least do a little more information, because if it has to do with the army, people don't know who do they call. Do they call the police? Do they call the commission? How should they respond or handle this?
Yeah, we've established a situation room, and the fact that you have election duty sticker does not give you the right to be on the road. For all the media organizations that are going to cover this particular election, we gave them accreditation. So in addition to having election duty sticker on your car, you must also have the identification tags that the commission issued, because anybody can have election duty sticker and use it for purposes other than being on the road on essential duty. So we advise every person who has the right to be on the road, if you don't have a permanent voter's card and you are a journalist, all the media houses sent in the names of all the people who are going to be out there on the road, and we gave them accreditation without any form of discrimination. But if anybody is genuinely on the road and the person has a challenge, the person can call any of the INEC hotlines at the situation room, and we have the capacity at various levels to resolve such a situation. But we have given all the security agencies very clear instructions that anybody who has been accredited by the Independent National Electoral Commission to be on the road on election day should be allowed to perform his or her functions unmolested and without any form of inhibition whatsoever.